Well, I'll start with a closer. I mean, we're going to go with Andrew Walters. He's, last year he improved dramatically as the year went on, and by the end of the season, he was kind of our setup guy out of the bullpen. So he's had to get a really good fall, even a better spring coming into the season, and so we're going to go with him as the closer role. And then a little different in the setup situation for us this year. We got 3 freshmen. From the left side, we got Rafe Schlesinger is going to be our left-handed setup guy, and then kind of a two-headed right-handed setup situation with Gage Zeal and Carson Ligon. Both those guys were competing for starting jobs leading up to the season. So the only thing they have not done yet is thrown back-to-back days or twice in a 3-day period. So we're kind of going with those 2 guys, where we use one on Friday, we'll use the other one Saturday, and come back with whoever we use Friday on Sunday, if needed, until they kind of get comfortable with the role and take off with that.
What have you seen from Carson, moving back into a starter's role? How do you see him maybe kind of build up that durability and kind of arm strength to pitch, deeper into games? Well,
endurance that's a physical thing that's just with pitching it's going to come. The big thing with him was his secondary pitches, his slider and his changeup, which, as a closer, you don't get the opportunity to work on your second and third pitch when the game's on the line in the 9th inning. So just the sheer fact of throwing more pitches and throwing the slider more and the changeup more in games, it's getting better, it's developing. It has to continue to develop. But as a closer, you face the lineup one time, maybe. As a starter, it's going to be 3 times, hopefully 4. So you got to throw your second, third pitch more often, and just to be able to go deeper into the game.
And you guys have had the indoor facility now, and all the soda machines, and electronic cameras, and all that. What have you seen? Maybe some of the things that you've been able to do with those, whether it's working on better tunneling or pitch development. What have you gotten the most out of it?
To me, the biggest thing is just the information you get out of it. It tells you what kind of pitcher you're dealing with and how he's got to pitch, what his repertoire should be to make him most successful. Should he pitch up in the zone, down in the zone? Should he throw a 2-seam, a 4-seam, a curveball, slider? So really it's just information. You're not going to change who he is, just knowing what you have and how to utilize his arsenal to the best of his ability and give him the best chance to be successful and get people out.
Is there anything that anything in particular you noticed? Like maybe one guy, maybe your fastball doesn't spin as you like, or your curveball doesn't have the right spin, or something, a particular thing that you maybe jumped out that maybe you wouldn't have seen on the field?
With the Edgertronic cameras, I don't know if they showed you those, but it's like a 1,000 frames per second type of slow motion camera. You could actually see the ball leaving the hand and a close-up view of it. So when we talk about curveballs and shapes of breaking balls, that's a camera that we really utilize and helps out a lot, because certain pitchers, they don't feel what they're doing, so when they actually see it in the camera in slow motion, they can make adjustments quicker and easier with that.
Gino just mentioned the step up from Alejandro Rosario from last year to this year. What difference have you seen in his game?
His secondary stuff. He's always a power arm. Through high school, just basically all he threw was fastballs. And his last outing actually was not a great one in terms of stats. And he got hit a little bit. He didn't get hit. I'm sorry. He walked some guys and was falling behind the count. But I thought it was a great game because he was actually shaking off of his fastball to throw his slider, because he had a better command of his slider than his fastball that day. And that probably has never happened to him in his life. And so he showed a lot of confidence going to that pitch when he needed a strike or to get back into a count. And that comes a long way. That's maturity in pitching. You're not always going to have your fastball your best pitch. And now that he showed me that he's able to do that and go to second, third pitch sometimes when he needs it.
And you guys went through 8 different weekend rotations last season. How confident are these 3 to start the year?
Confident or hopeful, or I don't know what the word is, but we need some consistency there. We definitely did not. Our starters did not take us deep enough into games, and really their job is to give us a chance to win, where the bullpen wins and loses every game for you. So they got to give us 6 to 7 good strong innings and give us a chance to win. We can't come out and give up a 3 or 4 spot in the second inning and kind of put your offense in a hole where you're just kind of trying to fight back from the beginning. So hopefully it's the same rotation all season. It means they're all doing their job and they all stayed healthy and we're having a great season.
Any other questions for J.D.?
My message to freshmen are all the same, regardless of who they are. You're here for a reason, you're here for a purpose, you're here because you're good. The guys that come in and try to do more, try to be better than they were in high school, those guys usually struggle their freshman year. It's the same game. The hitters might be a little bigger, stronger, and faster, but you as an individual, you have gotten bigger, stronger, and faster naturally from all the development we do here. So the ones that try to be better, or that they were, or try to do more than they have to, those guys usually struggle. Both of those guys, all 3 of those freshmen actually, they're very even keeled, very mentally tough, and and they understand who they are and what they can and can't do, and they've shown from day one they can do it.
How confident are you that Carson's going to be able to step up from a guy who was used to going 1 or 2 innings to a guy who can hopefully go 6 or 7, even deep into games?
Like I said, the stamina part of it, he's fine with that. You know, we train for it. We throw more pitches, and he's already threw 5 innings on last Saturday. He threw 75 pitches, and it wasn't a drop in velocity or stuff. Again, it's just a development of a second and third pitch, and that's coming just with the sheer fact of throwing it more often.
We'll do one more for JD if anyone's got it.
Just right. What a job. Right?
Outstanding.
There we go. Thank you, JD.
All right, guys, thanks, guys.